This product is legal in California for racing vehicles that shall never be operated upon a public highway. AEM holds no responsibility for any engine damage that results from the misuse of this product. The AEM FIC is designed specifically for use with two types of late model vehicles. The first are factory force induction cars with performance modifications that push the stock ECU beyond its normal operating range, and the second are factory naturally aspirated cars that have been converted to force induction with a turbo or supercharger. The FIC gives users the ability to retard ignition timing and deliver accurate amounts of fuel without the need for outdated FMUs or boost hiding controllers. The FIC's key to success is being able to work in sync with the factory ECU and continue to let it manage its key functions and systems controls. The development of these engine management systems has made for better drivability, onboard diagnostics, fail-safes, and other important features. The FIC works parallel to the factory ECU, allowing it to continue to manage the functions it already controls well, while preventing tuning restrictions due to limitations built into the stock engine management. Instead of trying to alter the mass airflow or map sensor signal to trick the stock ECU to behave a certain way, the FIC actually ties directly into the factory fuel injector control circuits and manipulates the final pulse width output signal going to the injectors. The FIC uses advanced pulse sensing technology to match the factory ECU's fuel control strategy and offers unsurpassed fueling management. This sophisticated system allows the end user to utilize more performance-oriented tuning while working in harmony with the factory ECU. Other piggyback systems constantly work against the factory ECU instead of working with it, which results in less power because of inconsistent tunes that require constant adjustment. Running larger than stock fuel injectors, the FIC allows for injector pulse width adjustments of plus or minus 100%. There is even an injector resizing function that automatically populates the fuel table with correct cell values for new injector size. Are you running additional fuel injectors? Well, the FIC allows you to independently control secondary injectors for additional fuel management. The FIC has a fully tunable 21x17 fuel map with configurable load and RPM breakpoints. No other piggyback system offers this level of advanced fueling control. The FIC uses a 21x17 ignition timing map that offers cell-to-cell timing advance adjustments for precise ignition control on higher compression boosted applications. By manipulating the cam and crank sensor signals, the FIC can accurately retard the ignition timing during periods of high load. You also have the ability to build a base timing map, making initial tuning easier. Input your max RPM, input your max boost, and how much time you'd like to pull out for each pound of boost, and click OK. Modern engine management systems rely heavily on closed-loop feedback for tighter engine control. These systems are very sensitive to sensor output changes and will very quickly adjust fuel trims to maximize the engine's efficiency. Modifications made to these engines using this type of management system can create more problems than power. The FIC has the ability to work with narrowband and current sensing wideband type O2 sensor signals. It maintains an O2 feedback balance and keeps the factory ECU from detecting a change or problem. This prevents error codes and limp mode issues while allowing you to run a richer than stock air-fuel ratio while still in closed-loop operation. The FIC also has an auxiliary input that allows you to connect an AEM UAGO gauge so you can view your air-fuel ratio in real time. The auxiliary input is also loggable so you can view your air-fuel ratio information using the AEM log software for easier tune analysis. The FIC is fully expanded in that it does not require any additional wiring harnesses, sensors, or tuning software that other systems require in order to be fully functional. The FIC comes as a fully inclusive system that is ready to deliver the ultimate in piggyback fuel and ignition control right out of the box. AEM offers the FIC and plug-and-play packages that allow the end user to install the FIC into their vehicle without having to modify their existing wire harnesses with the use of a vehicle-specific patch extension harness. These packages also come with a quick start guide and a tested startup calibration for quicker installation and simplified tuning. Popular applications are currently available and new packages are continuing to be developed. The patch extension harnesses used in these plug-and-play packages are also available separately for numerous applications that provide seamless integration of the FIC into your vehicle. The FIC goes further than any other piggyback system by providing 2 additional auxiliary maps that are fully tunable and allow you to manage the function of additional analog sensors or inputs. Consider for a moment a factory ECU that is conditioned to see a mass airflow sensor output of about 3.5 volts at maximum engine load on a stock engine. Now the same engine has been converted to forced induction, and the airflow into the engine has been greatly increased, and the MAF sensor now has a higher than stock output of 5 volts. The stock ECU may see this as a sensor failure or operational error and throws a fault code or worse and goes into limp mode. The FIC can resolve this issue by limiting the MAF sensor's output down to 3.5 volts through the use of an auxiliary analog map. The ECU now thinks everything is in order, and you can take full advantage of your power adding mods. Data logging capabilities are offered externally through a PC connection as well as internal to the FIC itself. The internal logging function is user configurable to auto start based on multiple conditions. Logs can then be downloaded for viewing using the AEM log data log viewing program. The recording sample rate for internal logging is adjustable to collect data ranging from minutes to days. When logging externally through a PC, your only limitation on log file size is the computer's available memory. Data logging is just another feature the FIC offers that makes it your best choice in piggyback performance. The FIC has a positive 12-volt switched output that can be used to arm or activate a nitrous or water injection system, or you can also trigger a shift light. Engine load, throttle position, and RPM are used as conditional inputs to control the activation point, which is user definable. The switched output can also be used to drive high current accessories when used in conjunction with the relay. Setting up the switch requirements is easy to do in the Setup System menu. While other piggyback systems rely on throttle position, the FIC features an internal map sensor that offers precise load reference tuning for the best fueling control on boosted applications. And because the sensor is internal to the housing, an additional external sensor is never needed, which reduces overall cost and simplifies installation. While some dashboard-mounted piggyback systems require you to tune with tiny buttons and an equally small display screen, the FIC features a Windows-based tuning program that is easy to navigate, set up, and control. Load the FIC tuning software onto your laptop, plug into the FIC, and use large 21x17 maps to manage fueling, ignition, and analog inputs including mass airflow, map, throttle position, and others as needed. The FIC tuning software also has a gauge display that shows 3 large, user-configurable analog-style gauges that show RPM, manifold pressure, and your air-fuel ratio in real time. Also, all of the inputs at the FIC references, including throttle position, mass airflow, O2 voltage, battery voltage, injector duty, and also 2 additional analog inputs, are also shown in the gauge display.